So imagine for a second, a whole new digital universe, built completely from scratch by a company that you've probably never even heard of. Well, that's the mystery we're diving into today with NGP, or New Good Pacific. We're going to piece together all the clues to figure out what they're really up to. So let me just start by asking you this. Have you ever heard of Pacific OS? Yeah, I didn't think so. And if you haven't, you're not alone. But here's the thing. This seems to be the very foundation of NGP's entire vision. It's the operating system for a world they're building, almost completely under the radar.
And here is our first big clue, and it's from this promo video that's almost totally silent. Now this isn't just some catchy marketing slogan, it's really a mission statement. Beyond imagination, simple yet extraordinary. That tells you right away they're not just building another app. No, they're aiming for something revolutionary that's also supposed to be super easy for anyone to use. I mean, talk about a huge ambition, right?
Okay, so let's really get into it. You know, any digital world, any ecosystem, it's all built on one thing: communication. So the question is, how does NGP want us to connect with each other? Well, it turns out they have two very, very different answers for that.
And those two answers are Lion Chat and Pacific Meat Flow. Now, yeah, on the surface, they're both just messaging apps. But when you really look at their core ideas, you realize, oh, these are designed for completely different things.
So first up, we've got Lion Chat. Its tagline is just so direct, chat. That's right. There's this real kind of raw confidence there, you know? It suggests an app that's been stripped of all the complex stuff, focusing on just the pure, simple act of sending a message. No frills, no fuss, just chat.
But then, on the other hand, you have Pacific Meat Flow, and its tagline is way more poetic. Communication, as smooth as water. See, this one isn't about speed, it's all about elegance and flow. It feels like a tool that's built for more thoughtful, maybe even professional conversations.
So get this, NGP isn't just making two slightly different versions of the same app. They're actually designing for different mindsets. Line Chat is for that quick, get-it-done kind of message. And Meat Flow, that's for the more nuanced, flowing conversation. It's a really deliberate and pretty thoughtful way to approach communication.
All right, so they figured out how we're going to talk to each other, but what are we actually supposed to do in this digital world? Well, this next set of tools shows us just how ambitious NGP really is. We're moving beyond talk and into our creative and professional lives. And this is where the whole thing just gets way broader. We've got Vision Wing for your projects, Vote Hub for ideas, a media platform called NGP Pointflix, and even a ticket booking system. All of a sudden, we're not just talking about messaging anymore. We're in the world of creation, entertainment, and everyday life.
Let's break down Vision Wing. Its mission is achievement comes from every stable flight. I mean, what a great metaphor. It positions this tool not as just another piece of software, but as a vehicle for your projects and your ambitions. And that keyword here is stable. It's promising to be a platform that you can really depend on.
Next, there's Vote Hub. With this fascinating purpose, your ideas are worth quantifying. Now, this sounds like a really powerful way to turn opinions into actual data. You know, think about community polls or market research, or maybe even deciding which projects get funded. It's all about giving real weight to what people think as a group.
Then we get to their media platform, NG Pointflix, and the promise here is just enormous. Let every frame shock the soul. Wow, okay, so this is not for casual viewing. They're positioning this as a high-impact, deeply emotional entertainment experience. They're not just trying to compete on content, they're competing on feeling.
And look at this, even something as simple as booking a ticket gets this elevated purpose. You're not just buying a ticket, but the beginning of a memory. This right here, this really gets to the heart of their entire philosophy. It's about turning these boring digital tasks into meaningful experiences.
So we've seen all the individual pieces, right? We've got communication, creation, entertainment, and all these lifestyle tools. So now, when we put all of those pieces together on the board, what does the big picture actually look like?
And here it is. This is where you can see the whole picture. Pacific OS isn't just an operating system, it's the foundation for your entire life online. Each of these pillars, from how you talk, to what you create, to what you watch, they're all designed to work together. This isn't just a random collection of apps, it's a completely integrated system.
So let's be really clear about what the end game here is. NGP is not trying to build a better chat app or a new video service. They are trying to build an entire, self-contained alternative, a digital world where you can chat, work, create, and live all inside their ecosystem. It's an absolutely incredible, ambitious vision. But It also brings up a massive question. In a world that is so completely dominated by a handful of tech giants who've been building these ecosystems for decades,
So, is there really any room left at the top? Is the world actually ready to just embrace a brand new, self-contained digital ecosystem? You know, that is the billion-dollar question, and it really seems like NGP is betting their entire future on the answer being yes.